I'm in the building.
Let's
go.
Live with the Woodlog Roll!
Let's go.
Let's go. Y'all know what this is. Peace and blessings. It is your boy, Eli Rax, a.k.a. Vibes, and welcome to New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And I'm here with my brother, man. You guys know who he is, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full of Nets.
Speed the genius.
Come on, let's go.
I like that.
Big night. Let's go.
And guys, we have a big night because we're going to bring him in right now because this is how we do our intro. Guys, if you don't know, now you know. The senior editor, writer, everything you want to be, podcast host. His partner's usually on here. We feel like we just never have our older brother on here, but brothers, we do. We do, because it's another great friend of ours. Guys, if you don't know, you've been living under a rock. Our brother, your brother, Mr. Jerry Foley. Round of applause! Round of applause!
Let's go!
Round of applause! Round of applause! Brother Jerry, how's everything, man? How you been, brother?
Good, guys. What's going on? Thanks for having me, man. By the way, the picture you used of me, 10 years ago.
Listen, I was looking. I was like, man, hold on. Let me try to find a image of Mr. Foley here on the internet. And I'm like, man, is this him on a podcast? You know what I should have did? I should have been like, Jerry, just send me a headshot.
Yeah, I have professional headshots done, guys. Come on now.
Where? Yeah, I gotta get this rolling, man. I was like, where the heck is this thing? I can't find it. So I was thinking, put your twin in there. Why not, man? We'll go from there.
Yeah. My
guys,
twin.
We'll talk about it. Guys, if you can, please hit that thumbs up, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate all the support, guys. Don't forget we're on Spotify. Don't forget we're on iTunes. The numbers are doing very well over there, guys. Listen, it's just amazing, man, how you guys are supporting over there. So I do appreciate you, man. But, guys, let's get right into it, man. Brian Daboll, no longer the New York Giants head coach. And I just want to get your opinion. Like, we did something a little bit Monday and got a quick reaction out of it. But we're going to dissect it and break it down and also look for coaching searches and or the carousel to see what the people want. But I'm going to start with you, man. You're the guest of honor, Jerry, man. What's your thoughts on the Giants firing Brian Daboll? Was it too soon? Was it too late?
So in my column that I wrote, because we printed Sunday, I wrote that they should do it Sunday. However, I didn't think they'd do it till the end of the year. I said, if I was the owner, I would have said, enjoy the last year, Brian. Thanks for everything. But I also said that if they were going to keep him, then he should have done something with Bowen just for self-preservation purposes, right? We felt like that when he went to Jaxson Dart, it was, okay, it was time to go to him, but it was also like, this is his last chance to survive. I thought that, making a move with Shane Bowen would have been his last chance. But, look, Bowen's still there. I kind of understand why, Kafka's taking over and you can't have that kind of up. I know it sucks. But if there's going to be a move, it's going to be the next week or two. So I understand it. But I thought the Giants would have waited to the end of the year, and I thought they would have made the change with both Shane and Daboll. Or there was a very likely chance that would have happened at the end of the year, I should say. I was surprised it was yesterday.
I agree. Speed, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there were so many signs in that Bears game, right? Like, it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. It was the not going for it. From the inch-yard line, it was another fourth blown double-digit lead on the road. It was, Jaxson Dart. And I listen, Jaxson Dart getting hurt was a freak play. Let's call a spade. He dropped the ball. If he didn't fumble the ball, he's not reaching up for it and then slamming his head on the ground probably. Should he have been running at that point? That's up for debate. But it was just all a culmination of all these things that happened. And what John Mara does not like is getting embarrassed, and that was yet another embarrassing loss. And it just added up. And as soon as Dart went down, it just ripped any bit of air that was left in the sails. And this was what was going to happen. Personally, I like it because we have a coaching candidate sitting here in Mike Kafka that we get a big stretch now to see. I mean, it's not a whole season, but it's as good as you're going to get a look at Kafka. This is his audition for the job. You're seeing it front and center. So I get it all. And I get why Bowen's not gone too. Like Jerry said, you can't just do that much upheaval at one time. He's probably going to go bye week at the latest. But yeah, I get it. This is what happens when you lose this many games, man. You can't do it. Can't do it. E, what do you think?
Nah, listen, man. I said this 2 weeks ago when I did the Revival post-game show. I said it's time to fire Brian Daboll right then and there 2 weeks ago, and Joe Schoen. Just let Mike Kafka, let's see what he can do. Brandon Brown, let's see what he can do, and just give him that test run at this point. So the Giants did it yesterday. I get it. Get rid of Brian Daboll. Now's a chance to actually see legitimately what all the fuss is about Mike Kafka going into these interviews. He was almost hired at Seattle, for goodness sake, for last year.
Yeah.
Like, his name rings bells throughout the industry, right, as far as head coaching carousel. So let's see what he has. Let's see if he can galvanize this team. Now, again, he'll be doing it probably without Jaxson Dart this week. But let's just see if they're competitive and have consistency there. That's all I want to see. So this is his audition. You want to remain a New York Giant head coach, Mike Kafka, then you need to put on and put out. And, and can he actually get Shane Bowen to adapt to anything of his philosophies and his et cetera that he's going? So it's a lot of questions here, but I would like to see what he can do. And this is the last few games we'll get to see it. But my thoughts and my I don't think he'll be a head coaching material here. But we'll see, man. I hope he puts it all on the line, and hopefully Mike Kafka gets a shot. I mean, get to see what he could do at least.
So I got questions for you guys, right? I'm not to play the host, but I got a question about Kafka. I got two-part question. Two-part question.
Yeah, bro.
Eli first, then Spiro. Then I'll go.
Yeah.
What is the percentage you give chance that Kafka gets the job? And then second, what has to happen for him to get it? What is it a record? What do you got? So Eli, go first. What's the percentage? And then, what has to happen for him to get it? Because they would still interview people. But
I say 20. I say, and it's probably too high too, but I say 20% chance he'll get the job. And I think
what has to happen for him to get it?
For him to get that, this team has to show discipline. They have to be competitive. They have to look like a cohesive unit, because Brian Daboll didn't have that here. The Giants were up and down every week. The Giants will beat the Chargers one week and we're all applauding, then lose to New Orleans the next, and you're like, what just happened? Beat Philly and they'll lose to another team, and you're like, what is going? It's just this emotional roller coaster. I just think if they have some sort of identity, if they're a run team, etc., if he's able to find that within this organization or with this team right now, then I could go, man, his percentage is a little bit higher because his team looks like a well-prepared unit. He has to at least show that, at the least, that they're prepared, they're ready to go, they have a game plan, and they have some sort of identity while he's here. And then the percentage will be higher, in my opinion.
We got Spiro.
Yeah. Listen, I think he's got to win. So they're 2-8 right now, right? I think they got to get over 5 wins. I think they got to get over 5 wins. It's gonna take that kind of, and again, there's a lot of good teams in this stretch that you're facing, so they are gonna earn that. Like that would have been earned 5+ wins if they get there. Dart's got to continue to look good when he does come back. Again, like he said, you gotta see the will to want to win from the galvanized locker room. Can't lose the locker room. Got to keep that team together. And you just got to see them, like he said, more prepared, details. And that's what Brian Daboll, it was the weirdest thing, because in 2022, I feel like he had everything under control. Every time something came up, Brian Daboll's ready. He was pressing all the right buttons. Everything was working. And then, I don't know, something happened in 2023 that is just brain broke, and he forgot how to coach. And then this year, he was so singularly focused on making Jaxson Dart work. And he lost track of having to be a head coach, right? And that's my worry with Kafka now, is that, he's got to worry about still developing Jaxson Dart, but now you're the head coach now, man. You're no longer just the offensive coordinator, and I hope he's not spread too thin. So we'll see how the offense looks, but offense got to continue to progress.
What's the percentage you give it?
Wins. I'd say 25%. 25%.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I'd say
very generous.
listen, they want if they're true to their word about keeping Joe Schoen, so they want continuity, right? They want continuity. So I think they want Kafka to work. So they would like Kafka to work. I'd say there's a chance that it happens if he's this genius that everybody talks about. He keeps getting these interviews. He's blowing everybody's socks off. Why not do it here? Especially if this offense keeps rolling.
See, I think they're great points, and I agree with your win total. I think it's 5, but because it's 5, I give them a 5% chance because I don't see him winning 5 games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
But I think you're right. I think if it's 5-2, it's like, wait a minute, do we have the guy? And again, they're still going to talk to more people, but if you're going to interview, say they interview 4 people, and then Kafka would be the 5th, right? Or they already interviewed him, they know everything about it, but they'd still go through the process. Then it's a 1 in 5 chance, right? So I think if they finish out strong, even 4, right? Because the next 2 games, we're not expecting to win, especially with Winston. Please with Winston starting.
The first decision that Kafka's got to make is going to Winston.
Right. So you have Green Bay and Detroit, and then it gets a little bit easier right after that. So I think you're right on the win, Spee. I think it's 5.
Totally agree. So. And let's say this, man, because I think he's on his way home here. Let's see if we can get him in before we ask the next question here. But guys, we have the other co-host here who's checking in. Why not get him a little bit on this topic here? But here we go, man. We got El Jefe, man. The night is over that quick. What the heck, man? What's going on, Jeff? How you been, brother?
Can you guys see me all right?
All right.
We see you, man. Going down the lane. What's going on, brother?
Well, first time, long time. Just wanted to join and say hi to Jerry. Saw this handsome devil joining the show, and I might lose my job. Look at this guy. How handsome is he?
I felt like, and I'm gonna date myself, but like when Johnny Carson wasn't hosting and it was Gary Shandling, you were like, oh, cool, that's great. It's Gary Shandling
You're right.
instead.
You're right. That's before our time.
So there you go.
F, man, how's it going, man? You just coming from the event? Let the people know.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi. Thibodeaux was at the event, was hanging out with LPG, Jay Singh, Chris the Curveball with a K. Some familiar faces. It was cool to hang out with them, and I got Carlos with me too, guys.
Hey.
What's going on, brother? Yes,
He's out of a job. He's out of a job now.
Yeah. What up, brother?
But I got him in as my +1 to be my cameraman, and it worked out nice.
Love it.
That's perfect.
Love it.
That's perfect, bro. I'm happy about that, man.
How was the event?
It was cool, dude. He was he plays the role pretty well. He was smiling, kissing babies. He was doing all the things.
Yes.
And I kind of had to annoy him to get the picture that I got, but hey, it is what it is. You know what?
Yeah,
like, I went the whole event, and we were sitting very close to where the action was. So like, there was a big line going right by us, and he was 10 feet away from us the whole time. But I didn't get the moment, I didn't get the picture or anything like that. And then I went up to LPG, and I'm like, how do I make this happen? How do I get a picture of him?
What do I do?
Yeah. He was like, honestly, just go bombard him and ask him for a selfie. He's like, if you actually want to make it happen, that's the way to do it. And I was like, okay. And then, he was walking down the stairs on his way out. And I was just like, cave on, here we go. And it's happening.
Good.
It worked out. It worked out just fine. But he was he was smiling. He was nice. I didn't get to ask him all the nasty Giants questions that I wanted to ask him.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Safe travels, brother. 2.5 sacks in 10 games, like that kind of question.
Yeah, no, listen, we'll get to it.
So Jerry, you'll love this. I sent the picture to my dad and uncle, who I have a Giants chat with, and at first I didn't send like who it was. I just sent the picture, and my uncle was like, "And who is that again?" And I said, "It's Kayvon." He goes, my uncle goes, "Oh, he didn't tackle you either."
I mean, tell me that's not the response that you would get from your dad or uncle, right? Like that's
awesome.
Perfect.
That's a Giant fan right there, man.
That's awesome.
They're old school, and Tom thinks that Kayvon's too light.
Listen, I'm not saying that I'm not mostly fat, but I think I'm bigger than Kayvon. And like as an NFL defensive lineman, I shouldn't be.
He's slim. He is.
I know
slim.
I know what you mean, and someone pointed this out to me. He's big up top, but look,
Yes.
he's a little thinner
That's
down.
right.
It's weird. I know what you mean. I met him at the airport, and he was in like the line with like the granola bars, and I was like, no one knows who this is. Holy shit, this is Kayvon Thibodeaux. So I go up to
Wow.
him, and I went up to him. I said, Kayvon. He's like, yeah. I go, section 334. He's like, all right, man. That was it.
Wow.
All right,
Overset.
Yeah, he
But-
wasn't getting paid to talk to you, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, right. But
But I love you guys. Have a good show.
Hef,
We'll
get
be
home
listening.
safe, brother.
Just wanted to come on and say hi.
thank
You're
you,
the
brother.
best, buddy.
Peace.
All right,
Peace.
boys.
trying to hold it down for
that guy.
Hefe.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Oh,
You
you
guys,
are
really
holding
quick, man.
up
Let's
on
get
a-
on to the next topic, man. Obviously, we got Joe Schoen staying, man, and I just want to ask you guys,
Oh.
does he deserve it? And man, I'll start with Mr. Glass half full and then Jerry, man. Does Joe Schoen deserve staying right now with this roster?
No. I mean, listen, Joe Schoen is just as culpable with this mess as Brian Daboll, if not more. You look at the 2022 and 2023 draft class, and that is why we are in the position that we are in right now. This team has zero depth. Yes, you have some hits. There are hits in there, but with the amount of draft capital that Joe Schoen was provided, starting from his very first draft till his last draft, you should have gotten stars. The problem is he missed the whole 2023 draft. The whole 2023 draft was an absolute disaster. JMS being the best of the bunch, I guess, right now, and that's putting it lightly. You know, he's having an okay year, but you can't miss on a whole draft class. And mind you, in all these draft picks, he's wasting draft picks to move up for the likes of Tay Banks and Jalen Hyatt, and getting all these guys. And so your depth is gone. And that, again, every time we get injuries, which happens every year, that's when we falter every year. So Joe Schoen, again, you pick this staff, you pick these players, this young nucleus that John Mara keeps talking about. Who is this young? Like, what does it consist of exactly? Like, is this year's draft class? And maybe Kayvon Thibodeaux, who I don't know is going to be back. Maybe Wan'Dale Robinson, who I don't know is going to be back. The young nucleus is not very big. Like, so anybody could have drafted that with that kind of draft capital. Joe Schoen doesn't deserve to be here because of the mess that he had 4 years to turn this around, and we got nothing. And the guy that is saving this season, Jaxson Dart, wasn't even Joe Schoen's pick. It was Brian Daboll's. So what have you done for us? What have you done for us, Joe Schoen?
I'll ask the same question, Jerry, man. Give me your thoughts.
So the 2021 draft, Gettleman's last one, was the worst draft I'd ever seen. Trading down, not taking Parsons, Tony, Ojolari,
Yes.
Aaron Robinson, Ellerson Smith.
Who?
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. So many misses, right? Rodarius Williams, I think, was in that one. Anyway, there were just so many. Terrible.
You want to go down the rabbit
Well,
hole.
the 2023 draft would like a word with it, right?
Yes.
Right.
So look,
Right.
John Michael Schmitz is serviceable, but not nearly what we thought. Now, the only thing I'll give Shane not forgiveness for, but no one thought that was going to happen. I mean, John Michael Schmitz was the number one center, right? But you're the GM. It's your job to know that. It's your job to figure this out, right?
Right.
Like Evan Neal.
Evan Neal,
Right,
too.
Evan Neal was a surefire left tackle, right tackle, whatever.
Yep.
But you got to figure it out, right? And like you said, you take that 2022 draft. Who's the best player from it? Cordell Flott or Micah Parsons? I'm sorry, or Micah McFadden. Which one? Right?
Oh yeah, it's close.
I mean, it's probably
but
Thibodeaux.
that's
It's probably
sad.
Thibodeaux. It's probably Thibodeaux. But I'm just because he's not the impact player that we thought.
Yeah,
But who's going to get
second
signed?
best.
Who's going to get re-signed? Right? Like we got Thibodeaux one more year. You got Cordell Flott, maybe. Wan'Dale Robinson, goodbye. I wouldn't sign him. Micah McFadden, maybe. I love Dane Belton, but I'm in a minority there. So
yeah.
what even is? I mean, do you re-sign Dane Belton? I don't know. So to your point, the best and now I'll tell you what, the 2024 draft class is not looking as good. Tyler Nubin looks lost. Right? Drew Phillips can't cover anybody. Theo Johnson is good but inconsistent. Can't blame Malik Neighbors because he's hurt. Right?
Yep.
Muasau. Okay, he's okay. Right? So you as you go down this list, you're thinking, oh my God, like other than the 2025 and Malik Neighbors and Brian
Which
Burns
is a slam dunk pick.
right. Brian
Neighbors,
Burns trade. Brian Burns trade, great.
Sure.
So all in, I would move on from him. It's just there's too many misses.
What's the reason to keep him? What's the reason to keep him? Is what I would. Is Eli? Do you have a reason to keep him? Is there
Joe Schoen? Heck no. Like, listen, guys. Jerry just went through the list, and Bartlett, we see the chats, super chats, man. I will get to you in a second, brother.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. But Jerry just went through it. You know, I'm joking around when we talk about this 2023 draft, right? We go, who the hell is Javarius Owens? Remember, I did that. Who is this guy, right?
Yeah.
So again, when you look at all these people here,
Trey Hawkins.
right? Who the hell? Like, dude, this
Eric
guy,
Gray.
Drew Phillips, leads the league in yardage as far as penalties concerned.
Yeah.
This guy couldn't cover himself, man, at a cold night while he's sleeping in bed. Okay?
Yeah.
He can't do it at all. This guy stinks. And that's the bad part. He doesn't know how to draft well. Yes, the guy you picked up that is a star right now is Jaxson Dart. Maybe you'll give him a nod for Cam Scatterboo at this point, because I'm sure Brian Daboll didn't help with that. But that's one. That's one out of the many you missed on.
And Bo and
Marcus.
Marcus and I got to try and be fair. Marcus Bo in the 5th round, right? But that was a guy who dropped. But he still took him.
And I give you that. Like, and again, jury's still out for everybody right now. At this point, you know what I mean? So we're talking about years of watching film. Like, even when we look at the Kayvon Thibodeaux of the world, right?
Yeah.
A high draft pick supposed to be an impactful player, and he's not. We're looking at Abdul Carter right now, who has half a sack during the season. And we use words like generational talent. When we looked at Saquon Barkley coming in here as the generational talent, he shows it every day. Even as a rookie, he showed it each time he was on the field. I look at Abdul Carter, and I'm like, is he a generational talent? And I hate to even say that about this rookie right now because he leads the league in pressures. But you got to get home. Enough third base. I mean, at some time when you're dating a girl and you're at third base, you go like, man, when am I getting home? Why am I getting home?
So, guys, third base was fun back in the day.
Yes.
Come on.
It's fun to look at the pressures, but man, oh man, I need him to get home. You know what I mean? I need him to get home. So I'm looking at Abdul Carter. I'm like, man, is this the generational talent? Again, high draft pick. Again, Evan Neal. We could go through this, guys. Joe Schoen should have been out of here along with Brian Daboll, hands down. These guys both terrible at their jobs. It seems like
the only thing I'll say is, and I hope this, right? If Shane stays and they bring in a new coach, and when they bring in a new coaching staff and regardless if Kafka is the guy and they'll bring in a new coordinator, I just want to see what a competent or what we deem a competent coordinator does with some of these guys.
True.
Yeah.
With Abdul Carter, right? Because one of the complaints of Abdul Carter from someone I know at Penn State was 2 years ago, they didn't like him. They're like, well, he's off ball. He's not doing anything. Then he was mostly right end and they loved him. So they put Carter kind of all over. So I can't go after Carter yet. And I did a little bit on our podcast, like he's not doing much. But I would, before we just give up on these guys, and I'm not saying that's the reason you keep Shane. I'm just saying the optimistic side of this, or the glass half full side of this, is let's see it with a new defensive coordinator. That's all.
Newman too. Like, I kind of feel bad because I don't know. Newman wasn't this bad at college. He was a ball hawk. He just seems so unsure of himself right now.
Yep.
Yeah. It just like all these guys are playing hesitant. They're not playing fast. I need a new defensive coordinator in here. We've gotten answers on offense because of Jaxson Dart. We had so many questions. We're getting some answers finally. We need answers on defense now, like with a competent coordinator, like you said, Jerry, and maybe an actual middle linebacker.
Wink was that guy, and it seems like Daboll regime got him up out of here. You know what I mean? Again, he wasn't ranking well, but he did a lot with nothing.
So in 2022, Daboll didn't have to worry about that side of the ball. That's the key.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like, and Wink Martindale did a lot with nothing. Let's be honest here, right? So with these guys, if he was here, you got to go, man, he could have had these guys maybe in top 10, hopefully. You know what I mean? But the ego of Brian Daboll, etc., got him out the way. Got him fired too. But like I said, Joe Schoen doesn't deserve to be here either. And I do want to make it clear that, yes, with the jury's still out on this rookie class. I can't go too much crazy over them to be like, oh, man, they're not it. We're not sure yet. But
Well,
we
you
can
can't.
look
To your point, you can't go. You can't go either way. You can't be like, we got it, or
right.
they're
I mean,
out.
but I'll tell you this though,
Yeah.
we can look at Jackson Dart and be like, man,
Yes,
we
I
might
agree.
have something
It
like
feels
that.
like
That's
that
it.
there.
Cam Scatterable is different. That feels
Right.
like it's it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, we still got to be like, yo, jury's out.
Mhm.
You know what I mean on some of these guys. So
Yeah.
I'm not talking about this year, but when we look at the last couple, you got to go, man. No, this isn't it. These guys aren't exactly the people we thought can lead a defense or can lead an offense at this point.
Right.
And this is the reason why Joe Schoen has to go. Yes, I do want to see competent coaching, but at this, we're probably not going to see it this year because Mike Kafka and the guys are still here, the ones that are terrible. So we'll see how it goes, but I don't know if we're going to see anything different with these guys being here with Joe Schoen. And who wants to? And let me ask you this, guys. Who wants to come in as a head coach knowing that you have a lame duck GM here another year?
That's the worry.
Well, they would extend them. That's the thing. They'd have to extend, which is going to make everyone go nuclear. But it's the right thing to do if you're going to stay with them. You can't make them lame duck. That's the problem.
But what happens if he has another bad year next year? Then is he getting fired, or you still get it? Are you playing out the contract?
Question. It's a great question.
That's like I don't want to go down that
rock in a hard place.
That's the
rock in a hard
problem.
place. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the coach they sign is going to sign what 4 or 5 years. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then you got to find a GM that's willing to take on the coach, and it's just you're mismatching the whole time.
Which, to your point, is why I don't want to say hold out hope because I don't want to see anybody lose their job, but I still think it's up for debate as to what's happening to Schoen.
I 100% agree. 100% agree.
And
Ian
you know
O'Connor
what? We'll see.
Is plugged in, and he said the same thing. And again, when that quote came out, John Mara said, "I like the good nucleus that we have." It said the Giants said that Joe Schoen's going to help with the coaching process, coaching hire. But at no point did he say that Joe Schoen will be here in 2026 and be our GM going forward. He never said that. They left the door open, in my opinion. This is still now you have another coach that's taking over this good nucleus that you say that you have. Now, if a second coach can't win 3 games with this good nucleus, what is it a good nucleus? No, it's not.
Especially against some of the teams like, Dallas is beatable.
Dallas at the end.
Washington's beatable.
Yep.
Right? The Raiders
Minnesota.
are very beatable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Vikings are even beatable with JJ McCarthy. So
I agree. And then you'll have Jaxson Dart back. He's only going to be out probably hopefully for a week. So you'll have your star quarterback back. To help
I'd let him.
you know what?
I'd sit him 2 weeks because you're going
I
to
would.
Detroit.
Yeah, why not? What's the worst thing?
I
that
would.
happens? Let him
Gotta
We're gonna lose those games anyway.
Yeah, right. Now, guys, let's get to the Super Sad Speed. What we got, man? I know we got Bartlett in the building.
Yeah, buddy. We got Bartlett
Let's
up
get
in
to
here. Hey.
Revivalist of the year. Shout out
Mike
to you, Bartlett.
McCarthy's doofy ass is the next head coach. I'm out.
Out. Hashtag Revivalist of the year. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that, Bartlett. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, we are going to talk about the future head coaches that are being talked about. Man, I've been talking shit about Mike McCarthy for a very long time. If he's the pick, and it would be so predictable for them to pick
Save
him.
it, Speed. Save it, Speed.
I know.
Save it, Speed.
Tiki picked it. Tiki said he would be, by the way. That's his prediction.
I know.
Ooh.
Hey, Bartlett came back for a little more. He said, hey, let me know
Ooh.
how much for one of those NYR hoodies. We are working the back channels here. We're trying to get our shipping
I tell you,
going on.
we have the graphics. We have everything made for shirts. We're just going with a good company. Guys. But stay tuned. I'm hoping by maybe it's football season ending. Maybe I think we'll have something ready to go. So that's something ready for you guys, man, for sure, man. But guys, I want to ask you this, man. What does this do for Jaxson Dart? And I'll start with you, of course, the guest of honor, man, Jerry Foley of the Giant Insider. What does it do for Jaxson Dart now that Daboll's gone, man? Give me your thoughts.
Well, we're not going to know right away because he's going to be out. So I don't think they're going to run him as much. I think Kafka is going to be a little more careful with that. What I want to see with Kafka is in 2022, he was this great play caller. And then in 2023, it was taken away. And 2020, well, it really wasn't, they said, but it was. 2024, Daboll called it. Then he gave it back this year. But you're calling plays under Daboll. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
man. Like,
who's offense?
Because he took it away, how free is he to do it, right? I want to see what Kafka can do with Jaxson Dart on his own.
Agreed.
So, the offense isn't going to change much. I just think they're going to be more careful with him, and it's going to preserve his life expectancy, because if he keeps running and getting hit like this, he's going to be done. So I think it'll be a good thing in the short term, guys. I do.
Agreed.
I agree, Spee.
Listen, I don't know. You go first. I got some thoughts. What do you think?
What does it do for Jaxson Dart? Absolutely nothing. And the reason why I say that, because I've said this before.
Nothing in a good way or a bad way, you're saying?
No, I think in a good way. I think Jaxson,
okay.
and I'll say this too, right? I've said this time and time and again, especially on the podcast before, that Jaxson Dart is a baller. He is a gamer. He's shown that. So I think it's enticing to future coaches that's going to come in here and actually help this guy, right? So even with Brian Daboll being out the picture, Jaxson Dart's still going to be the special Jaxson Dart we expect him to be, no matter who it is, in my opinion. Just like Josh Allen, if you would have said it to me, I think it had been any other coach besides Brian Daboll, I think Josh Allen would have been Josh Allen. That's just me. That's my opinion on it. So I think the same thing with Jaxson Dart. It does nothing. The guy's going to prep in there. The guy was telling Daboll on certain games that Daboll said himself, hey, man, on this play here, I'm going to have Theo Johnson sit here, or whoever the player was, so I can just flip him the ball and he'll score a touchdown, because I see it on film that they're not really protecting this area much. And he was like, all right, go ahead, go with it, Jaxson. This guy, he loves the game. So I'm telling you right now, there's absolutely nothing for Jaxson Dart. He's still gonna prep the same. He's still gonna be the guy we expect him to be. And that's how I think of it. Jaxson Dart's gonna be the man still, with or without Brian Daboll, in my opinion. So
yeah,
Speak what you got.
I mean, let's look at how bad Drake May did with his coaching change. He looks fine this year, right? Second year quarterback, he looks just fine. He's in the MVP conversation. Caleb Williams, let's look how he's doing. He looked pretty damn good on Sunday. Right? He's doing okay. You can change the system, and the quarterback, if they're talented enough, will be just fine. And I think Jaxson Dart will be just fine. He's mentally there. He gets it. He gets everything that's going on. He's smart enough to pick up a system. Lane Kiffin. Hey, listen, but I'm not going to sit here also, and me personally, I'm not going to discredit the work that Brian Daboll has done. I think if you want to say that one time Josh Allen, it was just Josh Allen, Brian Daboll didn't have much to do with it. I get that, but now this is two times. He's taken two good quarterbacks, and he's done positive work with them, very positive work. How much of it was him, I don't know, but I don't think it's a coincidence that he's had two raw quarterbacks in Josh Allen and now Jaxson Dart, and he's turned them into pretty good NFL quarterbacks. I think Brian Daboll did a very good job, but he is not a quarterback coach. He's not an offensive coordinator. You're the head coach. So, right. You did your job as a developer, but you're not the quarterback coach. Your job is not complete. So that's why Brian Daboll's gone. But I want to give him a little bit of his flowers in getting Jaxson Dart up to date and up to speed and to where he is right now. But Jaxson Dart will be fine going forward. I have no doubts in my mind about that.
Yeah, I'll just add one more thing. Like we always talked about on our podcast that when he went up against when Daboll went up against Stefanski, or when it went up against Schottenheimer, right? When he went up against Kingsbury, he was outcoached by certain guys. So if any of those names come to the Meadowlands, they're not going to hurt Jaxson Dart, right?
Yeah, true.
Jason Garrett would hurt Jaxson Dart, right?
Yes.
None of these hires that are being thrown around are going to bring down, I don't believe, Jaxson Dart. So to your point, he's going to be fine.
Agree.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I agree.
I totally agree. Guys, really quick, man. We got to talk about the coaching carousel because I did a nice little rant, man, on X on one of the post-game show, and I was like, start it now. Get rid of these guys now. Start the coaching carousel. So I'm happy they got a little bit of a head start here and had some people in mind, which is being led by Joe Schoen. Yuck. But here we are. But Speed, man, let's go through some of the coaching people that we have. Give the people some drum rolls, and let's have some fun, man.
Hey, who do you want to start with? That's up to you, E. This is your show.
Dude, you got the graphics. Do you think, brother?
Right.
We'll talk about it.
Let's go with a name that Giants fans are very familiar with.
Whoa.
Bill. Listen, this is not an order of what we want.
Nope.
These are just orders of we're throwing names out there. So I want to first throw this name out to everybody. Now, listen here. Bill Belichick is, we know he's one of the best of all time. but he's got some age to him. He's got the whole thing going on in North Carolina with his girlfriend, but we also know that he loves the New York Giants. And if the New York Giants come calling, I don't believe that there's a second thought for Bill Belichick that he would come back home to where he wanted to coach in the first place, but George Young didn't want him here in the first place. So
let me say this.
Do the Giants right or wrong here, Eli? Go. What do you got
Let me say this, B, right? And I'm going to give Giants fans a little bit of a window here for the ones that do want him, okay? I'll say this, guys. If you have a lame duck GM that's only here for a year and they don't want to extend him, and someone that's going to have some sort of input on the roster or the draft picks that are coming in, you want a guy like Bill Belichick to come in here for that year to be like, yo, you know what? These are the guys I want. Let me help you how to evaluate players and bring in the players that I need. And let me see if I can coach these young pups to doing something great. And if that's a match made in heaven when they're winning games and the defense looks like it's completely fixed and the offense is looking great. Now, let me tell you, he brings in Matt Patricia to come in here and coach this defense. That's a whole different defense here. I'm telling you, because Matt Patricia may not be a great head coach, but he's a good DC. I'll give him that. All you got to do is worry about your offensive coordinator. We should have Josh McDaniels. Unfortunately, he's over there in New England still. But I'm sure he's smart enough to still bring in some sort of people in here to help Jaxson Dart develop him still. So he's going to be all hands on deck. That's one thing Giants fans were saying was like, man, we don't want him in here because we don't want his hands in the roster. Nope, you want him now because we just went through what Joe Schoen bought in, right? So why not bring him in for the year and just be like, guys, you got a year to figure this out and bring him in and see what Bill Belichick has left in the tank. And if it all fails, you fire them all and you find a new head coach and you find a new GM, in my opinion. But I'll give you guys a little bit of the positive stance. But what you got?
Jerry, what do you think?
First off, K-Mac as the post of the night, by the way. I'm looking at it on my phone. I'm like, oh my God, that's Jim. This is 5 years too late, right? This would have been when they hired Joe Judge. The Giants do not want that circus coming here. Listen, great football mind, but you throw in the 18-year-old or whatever that's not the Maras, man. It's just not. There's no way. Plus, guys, he did text Brian Flores by accident. And that shitstorm. Like, there's so many reasons that the Giants won't do this. That being said, he's a great coach, but I give it like, I actually think it's a better chance I coach the team next year. How about this? You know, I always do it like if the Giants win, I will. That thing. If Bill Belichick is the coach of the Giants, I will wear a New York Revival, whatever, for every one of our podcasts on the Giant Insider for a year.
Yeah.
For a year.
Well, now we got to root for Bill.
Now I'm rooting for Bill.
What I will say, I'll say two things. Everybody kind of quit on Bill because of how he started in North Carolina. But don't look now, but the North Carolina Tar Heels about one game away from being in bowl contention. They turned it around. He's turned it around over there without his roster. Like he hasn't been able to recruit guys yet. And so I think he still knows how to coach. And if you get Bill Belichick's defensive mind with the pieces that we have, get him a middle linebacker, I believe he can make that unit into a top 10 unit. And I believe if you believe in Jaxson Dart, and you believe in Neighbors, and you believe in Thibodeaux, and you believe that you get one more lineman, that offensive side is close too. It's not too crazy. I don't want it, but it's not too crazy.
And so when his girlfriend is talking to Joe Schoen about who to draft, I just want to see what happens. Everything else you said is right. Everything else you said is accurate. But
you're right. You're right.
Who else we got, Speed?
All right, so let's go to another name here, and we're gonna start with the vets, right? This is another name, and somebody actually brought this up as well. Let's go to this guy.
Whoa!
And I'll start here. Because
go ahead, Speed.
I don't like Mike McCarthy at all.
Okay,
I don't like McCarthy. I didn't like him in Green Bay. I think he was an Aaron Rodgers merchant. I thought he couldn't coach that team to get over the hump to save his life. He went to Dallas. He couldn't coach that team to get over the hump to save his life. Dak Prescott was the same choke artist, the same way Aaron Rodgers was most of the time. And there's one constant there, coming up short in the playoffs every year. It's this old fucker right here. I've been talking I've been talking shit about Mike McCarthy for years, and I'm not going to stop now. I do not want that guy as our head coach. I'm sorry. He just does nothing for me. Listen, he might get you 10 wins a year, and he might get you to the playoffs, but games that matter, he won't win them. And for that reason, I'm out.
Yeah, he's like a modern day Wade Phillips, right? Like, even if you give him a great team, it's just going to, I know he won a Super Bowl. He's only going to get you so far. I think this would be the one selection where Giant fans just collectively go, oh, nothing's changed. Like, all right, we kept Shane and we had McCarthy. Oh, God. I just think the enthusiasm would leave the room. I do understand wanting to bring in a coach or a CEO. I just don't think McCarthy's it. And Tiki Barber today thinks he's the guy. And I think Vegas has him as the odds-on favorite right now.
Yeah.
Which to me is insane. So
now listen, a lot of Giants fans are saying, you know what, after all these losings, all this losing, I'll take a 12-5 season any given moment and give us a shot at the playoffs. Guess what's going to happen to that? You're going to be 12-5 or whatever the case is every season. You're going to hit the playoffs and you're going to lose, and that's going to get tiring too, Giants fans. All right? So Mike McCarthy doesn't get you over the hump. You had a Hall of Famer bona fide as your quarterback for years, and you only win one Super Bowl? I do want to stand there with the Tom Brady's of the world in there and the Eli Manning's in there. We can talk about that, right? But still, you had a Hall of Fame quarterback, and you couldn't do nothing. Aaron Rodgers is one of the GOATs. And you only have one Super Bowl with him? No, listen, man. I'd rather sacrifice. Listen, give me the wins. Obviously, we all want to win, but you got to throw in a couple more Super Bowls in there. The Giants was great for it. 07, we didn't think we were going to win something. We won a Super Bowl. The next year after that, Plaxico shot himself. We was number one in the division, right, or in the league at that point. Right. So, even with that, we had some losing. And guess what? 2011, we freaking won a Super Bowl again. So I'll take that than a consistent 12-5 season any given day, and then I'm losing in the playoffs. That's so disheartening.
And that 2011 Packer team was 15-1, by the way.
Crazy, right? And this is why they hate Mike Tomlin over there down in the Steelers, which we'll get to.
We're going to get to him or no?
Oh, we'll get to him. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. But, I'll tell you this, like, even when you look at that, you go, man, this guy's been winning, has most winning season head coach, whoever the hell it is. At this point, he got the best record. And they're tired of him winning so much that they're like, man, you can't get over the hump. Let's get rid of you. You know what I mean? So Mike McCarthy's going to do the same thing. Not my favorite. I don't know what Teak. Shout out to Teak. That's my brother. But I don't think so, Teak. I don't think so. I don't think I want that.
Not.
I don't think I want that. What else we got, Speed?
All right, so let's go to the next one here.
By the way, you guys have great graphics. You got like these. This is great.
Hey, we got a great graphic guy. I must say. That's shout out Eli. All right, here's another event name. What do you think? John motherfucking Gruden.
I'll go first.
Go. Give it to us.
I was in line at Boston Airport, Logan, about 3 weeks ago, and I was on Chat GPT, and I made that. I kind of just discovered it, and I'm like, put Chucky in a Giants coaching outfit. So look, I know there's off the field stuff and all that, and he's with Barstool, but the interview with Jaxson Dart that he had in Ole Miss, I'm just like, he just gets it. He just gets quarterbacks. He gets offenses. I would love, I think for the sheer fun of it, I would love to see it, because I'd love to see him deal with the New York media and fire back at them. Whereas, you bring in a coordinator who's going to be very guarded, very well, we've got to look at the tape and we're trying to get better there. Gruden would almost have a Parcellsian, what are you, an expert in, the option? He would just call him out. And I think I would love that. So of the ones you just named, he's my number one of the three by a long shot.
Okay.
Wow. Speed, you know what? I'll go here on this one, man.
Go.
I look at John Gruden, and his middle name should be Mid. Okay, John Mid Gruden. I look at his record, win-loss, 112 wins, 116 losses, right? Postseasons, 117 and 112. One Super Bowl, which he had a great year, but he was very underwhelming down there when it was Oakland and then Las Vegas. And I get it. He had a 3-2 record at that start, and then, all the other controversy came out after that.
That's an issue, right?
Yeah, that's a whole different thing there. But I think Giants fans are mostly excited about that video with him and Jaxson Dart. I think that's just what it is. He showed that he was passionate about him, and we all care about our prize possession quarterback. So the feeling was there. So Giants fans is like, give me John Gruden because he cares about Jaxson Dart the most. All right, it's going to be another Daboll situation because he was in full bloom love with Jaxson Dart. You know what I mean? So get John mid Gruden out of here, man. He doesn't impress me too much. He's an okay coach. He's a great coach. Is he a Hall of Famer? I mean, that could be determined. I think we can debate that.
And Eli, just to show how inconsistent I am, in 2003, I was saying the only team, 2003, right? Yeah. The only team, or 2002, whatever it was, the only team he could have beaten in the Super Bowl was the Raiders because he knew their playbook. I mean, if you watch that America's game, he's literally in practice scoring on them, saying, and then during the game going, come on, Rich, throw me another one. He had 5 interceptions. And then afterwards hugs Rich Gannon and says, love you, buddy. I mean, for years I was like, oh, that's terrible. Yeah. So but this is what losing does to you guys. I'm inconsistent. I'm falling back on my principles. And of those three, Gruden's number one.
I got you. I got you. Speed, you want to close it out? What you got, brother?
Yeah, listen, I wouldn't be upset of all the veteran coaches. I think John Gruden would upset me the least. Listen, I know the things were weird in Oakland / Vegas, but like he started out 4-12, then he got 7-9, 8-8. He started 3-2. He was changing that program around slightly. You got what? How many double-digit win seasons? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 double-digit win seasons. A couple 9-win seasons in there too. The guy knows how to coach. He's been around a lot of bright minds. He is a bright mind himself. I think if you want Jaxson Dart to develop, that's your guy. Right? That's your guy, and I think he can do it. However, I just don't think the combustible attitude of John Gruden. But to Jerry's point, it would be hilarious. But if it goes bad, it could get really bad, and it could end quickly. I don't know. So I'm gonna step away from that. So I'll throw one more good vet at you guys. And Jerry, you kind of alluded to this guy before. If Mike Tomlin shakes loose from Pittsburgh, because you're hearing the calls from the Pittsburgh Steelers fans, the Yinzers out there. They're tired of just being, a playoff team but lose first round. Playoff team, lose first round. It's a long time since that last Super Bowl win. What was it, 2016 at this point? The last playoff win. It's been a very long time. I think it's almost like the Tom Coughlin end, right? It's like, he's a good coach, but it's time for a new voice there. And I think they're getting there with the Steelers. And that the Maras and the Rooneys, they have this thing going. I bet you if there was a word, a whisper that Tomlin became available, John Mara is sending the number one jet out there, and he's picking him up from Pittsburgh himself and bringing him here. I would sign up for it too. He's a leader of men. He changes cultures. I think he needs a fresh start. Tomlin's my guy. I love him. Bring him here.
So we have a new leader. Yes, he's ahead of Gruden for me.
Yeah.
I couldn't think that the Steelers are that stupid. Like, this is almost like how Eagle fans always thank us for Saquon. I would be like, thank you, Steelers, for Mike Tomlin. Because, I mean, that's the kind of guy I could play for, right? You look at Mike Tomlin and you listen to him and you're like, oh, my God, I'd love to play for this guy. Yeah. He would bring an identity. He would bring so much credibility to the franchise. I would bring him in, like you said. I'd send the jet out. I'd go there, pick him up myself. Whatever you want. John, I'd volunteer for that.
Yep.
If they are dumb enough to do that, you sign him the next day. I don't even interview anybody else.
Fair.
Cover the Rooney Rule already. Let's just bring him in. It's fine. Like, we're good. This is it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, come on. He'd be number one of the 4 by a long shot. Yeah.
Listen, and I totally agree with you guys, man. If he's available tomorrow, I think we're all gonna drive there and pick up Mike Tomlin to bring him back to East Rutherford.
We can go together. We could video.
Hell yeah, we'll do a road trip.
Yeah, right. We could definitely live stream to make a road trip out of this thing, hands down. Guys, look at his win-loss record, guys. 188 wins, 110 losses.
Oh my
postseason, guys. Yes, you could debate postseason, but who the heck he had at quarterback at one point?
Since Roethlisberger, who's his quarterback?
It's like Mason Rudolph. I think he had Russell Wilson there, which they got rid of. These guys didn't even have a quarterback.
Justin Fields.
Yeah, Justin Fields. These guys didn't even have a quarterback before the season started. And they got old man Aaron Rodgers out there. So just imagine he comes in here with a Jaxson dart that's ready to roll. That's going to be here, God willing, for another 15 years for the Giants and hopefully wins. Mike Tomlin will sign up, especially with this defense too. He's going to sign up quick. He's like, yo, let me get my guys in here right now to coach this team.
Oh my God.
This team is ready for a guy like Mike Tomlin. So if he's on the market, Steelers fans, you're tired of him, we'll take him. Hands down. He's going to turn this whole thing around within a year. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, I think next year they would be 9-8.
Yeah, right off the bat.
No debate. No debate at all. And then it's only going to get better from there. You know what I mean? So I'm totally with if Mike Tomlin is available, you go get him by any means necessary. You give him a blank check and go, what do you want? What do you want? How long
he's another one, frankly, who would handle the media. Again, Chris Bisignano aside when I say this, guys, but he would handle the media well. I mean, he's a pro at it.
Absolutely. Exactly. So I'm with that.
I got one more bet to throw you. I want 1 minute from you, everybody. This is royalty here. This is royalty.
Gotcha.
Ooh. Giants royalty. What do you guys think? Real quick, Jerry, what do you got on Spags?
Well, we tried it before. He was the interim coach after McAdoo. I love that they gave him a chance. I thank him for being an awesome defensive coordinator. This is not the route I would go. I don't want him to fail. It's one of those guys that I just like so much. I don't want the last memory of him being, oh my God, another failure here. So no, not the right time. If we were coming off someone with some success, I'd say okay, but it's not the right time. No.
Okay.
Listen, Steve Spagnuolo, I think, is 73 years old. And again, that's that. You know, football world for a head coach, I guess that's young. I don't know, but to me, it's kind of.
He's 65.
He's 65. I'm sorry, forgive me. 65. Wow. Thank you, Speed. Either way, 65 is you kind of want to ride off into a sunset at a regular 9 to 5, right? You know what I mean? So
be 66.
I get it. I get the nostalgia. I see why Giants fans will want him here, but I have to question Giants fans. It's like, guys, it's going to be the more same old you asked the Giants to shy away from when they hired the Bills people with Joe Schoen and the Brian Dabolls, right? It's just like, why go with a familiar face? Why bring him here? You guys are going to be crying and doing the same thing. Again, yes, he bought us a Super Bowl. He has some great years here. He's been here twice. You know what I mean? And then when he was interim head coach, it wasn't good. You know what I mean? While he was here, he was all right. So to bring him back as the head coach to run everything, I love Steve Spagnuolo. This is no knock on him at all. It's just we're not ready for that as of right now. You know what I mean? As a franchise. So I love him. I hope he gets a shot, which he probably won't because he got it very good over there down in Kansas City. But that's a no for me for Spagnuolo coming back here.
I mean, he's one of the highest paid coordinators. He's got a cushy job. He's in it every year with Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if I'd want to come back if I was Spags. I'd entertain it. I'd have to hear who his offensive coordinator is, right? I'd have to hear that you have a slam dunk, great idea for an offensive coordinator because Spags, while he can coach the hell out of the defense, I'm worried about how he would handle our franchise quarterback. Agreed. And I that's where it would go awry for me. And I love Spags too much to where I respect him. I'm like, respectfully, you know, if unless he blows me away as his plan and this person that I'm not thinking of from whatever tree that you got as an offensive coordinator, unless you blow me away with that, Spags, thank you, but you know, and I love you for the Super Bowl rings, but you know, move on to the next guy, right? Somebody younger.
Agreed. Steve,
all right, so let's go to the younger crew. Okay, let's talk about the newer group of first-time coaches. And I'm going to start here with Jesse Minter, defensive coordinator of the LA Chargers, part of the Harbaugh tree, won a championship with Harbaugh at Michigan. Does this do anything for you guys? Do you want Minter? He's got that defense playing very well in LA. What do you guys think about him?
Listen, I'll tell you this, man. I look at Jesse, man. And those guys over there, especially what he's doing with Justin Herbert, man, these guys look fun to watch, right? These guys were injured, and they still wind up putting up some points here and there. I like the way Justin Herbert is playing. So he's quarterback friendly, per se. something I'm interested in. I'm sitting down. I want to see what his game plan is. I want to see who he's bringing in with him to help him build this roster. But he just might be too new for the league too. Like, even though he's having success there, I like to see him do a little bit
42
more.
22 years old.
Right? He's still got some time to marinate. You know what I mean? So I like to see him do a little bit more, see some more years there in the NFL. But I'm interested. I'm like, hey man, let's sit down, let's have a talk.
Yeah,
let's see what your game plan is. Let me pick your brain. What are you all about? And let's go from there. But I'm not mad at this decision. If they was giving him a call, definitely not.
So I already have a bias towards these first timers. So I would just have to implicitly trust what the Giants are doing to bring him in and trust that he's the guy.
Fair.
You know, I like that he's from the Harbaugh tree, but I don't know. I'm not trying to poo-poo it, but it would be more of, okay, that's our coach now. Let's see. So I don't have an opinion. I don't have a strong opinion either way. I really just don't want a first timer doing this.
Yeah, that's fair. I tend to agree. Like, listen, he's familiar with the Harbaughs. I think he coached under Wink for a year in Baltimore. He's got a track record of developing some guys, so he will get this defense going. But does he have enough connections around a league? Who are you bringing as your offensive coordinator?
Right.
For the other side of the ball. Like, I want whoever this defensive guy is to have a great plan on the other side. And I don't know, he's 42, just a little too young, zero head coaching experience. I need to see a little bit more of a track record to go with that kind of guy. So I'm with you guys on Minter. It's just a little bit too early for me. I'm out on that particular guy.
Plus we beat them. My first question would be, how the hell did you let us beat you?
Right.
That's
true.
Fair.
That's true.
Fair.
That is true.
Sorry.
I got another guy. Now again, this is my guy. This is actually no. I'm gonna go another way real quick.
Okay.
Another young guy, Clint Kubiak. Clint Kubiak is a rising star on the offensive side of the ball. Another young guy, but he has got Sam Darnold absolutely cooking in Seattle right now. He was great with the Saints last year. He had them cooking too before injuries started happening over there. He is a Kubiak. Gary Kubiak is his father. He's got the lineage over there. He's part of the Shanahan tree, which is everybody wants a part of that Shanahan tree. So again, this is one of the rising stars. If you want to find your guy, you want to find your McVay potentially, or your Shanahan, the next guy offensively, which everybody's looking for, this is a guy that you take a chance on. Now, who are you bringing on as your defensive coordinator? That's the question. But what do you guys think of Clint?
I tell you this, man. I'm the Giants. I'm like, oh yeah, like let's really put a star asterisk next to his name and go, yeah, this is the guy. He's the guy. Like we need to go sit down and be like, hey Clint, man, just tell me how you draw up these plays, man. Because Sam Darnold's still playing well and he's in a whole different system here. So how you able to be a quarterback friendly, especially with our guy Jaxson Dart? By the way, who's your defensive coordinator you have in mind? Clint Kubiak comes from the Shanahan. Like he has lineage. Like he has all these great coaches in mind he can pull from, and it shows. It shows. You know what I mean? So this guy here, I think he deserves a shot. He's been kind of in the league for quite some time, and to be behind some of these guys of these names of these elks. That's the guy you put a star next to him and go, we need to sit down with him right away. Yes, he's young and he's vibrant, but let's see what he can do, man, as far as changing his culture around and be a leader of men. That's the only question that I have. Is he a leader of men there? And yeah, I don't know, but I'm just excited. Clint, I'm excited. I'm like, yo, bring him in. Let's see what we got, man. But this is the one that's going to tickle my fancy a little bit there.
So while the defense needs to be improved, I'd lean towards him over Minter because of the fact that I would love what he would do with Jaxson Dart.
Yes.
The next question, like you said, is, how involved are you going to be with the defensive game plan every week? And the answer needs to be 150%.
Yes.
You're not just a coordinator now, right? So again, I keep saying I don't want a first timer. I prefer an offensive coach over defense. And I know that sounds weird because we need help defensively, but I just don't. I want to make sure Dart keeps progressing. And this is the guy. This would be one of the guys to do that. So I choose him over Minter, but it would be, and again, you have to be involved. If you're running a team, what's your defensive philosophy, right? You have to have one, right? And then who are you bringing in, and how involved are you in that game plan?
Yep.
So that's my concern there, but I take him over Minter.
Yeah, that's fair. And again, he was in Minnesota for a little bit, coached under Stefanski as his OC and Zimmer as his head coach. So he's had
I don't know if he was
all the experience being under the guys that he needs to and learning from the people he needs to.
Yeah.
This is the guy you take a shot on if he's a rising star offensively. Now,
agree.
One last name. Defensively. Defensively, this is my guy also. If you want to talk defense, Jeff Hafley, Green Bay defensive coordinator.
Here comes the Boston College connection.
Yes. Boston College connection. You know the Maras love that shit.
They do.
Listen, he's a Jersey guy. Pascack Hills, shout out Bergen County. And listen, he is a rising star. He's got that defense cooking. He has. I know he's only 46, and I know he doesn't have the head coaching in the NFL, but he's coached a program in a big program in college, so that counts for me. That counts.
That's fair.
I count that as experience. Hafley, again, he's familiar with the area. He's a Jersey guy. He's got Micah Parsons just cooking over there as well. Listen, I like this guy. I think he could turn the program around. If there's a young defensive guy that I'm going to pick, it's going to be Hafley. I want to see how he interviews. I want to see who his offensive guy is going to be. As with all these guys, it's got to be a two-part thing. But Hafley is a rising star. He's going to get a job soon, and he might be that trending defensive guy that you want to get before he explodes. So
then he just held the Eagles. He held the Eagles to what, 10 points last night?
Just shut them down. Completely shut them down.
Yeah, again, I'd rather I get why this is the name that's being brought up, the BC connection, and like you said, he did coach a major program. This would be more of a all right. Well, I guess I kind of have to have faith in this one, right?
Minter, same with Minter.
Yeah, same with Minter, but I guess I'd give him, if I had to rank the three, it would be Kubiak, Hafley, and then Minter. But I still would rather go Kubiak. But I think Chris tweeted it earlier. Like somebody tweeted, like, I'm tired of the connections. Like, enough with these damn connections. Like,
I know.
Let's look at this from. I nothing against Hafley. I love that he's a Jersey guy. I love Mr. New Jersey here, but
yes,
that's not enough for me.
Tired.
A little bit. Like, we'll see.
I tell you this, man. I look at Jeff Hafley and I go, "Oh, I'm excited." I think he's going to be a great head coach. Once he gets his opportunity here. I don't know if it's going to be with the Giants, but he gives me that Parcells feel a little bit. That defensive mind, which the Giants haven't had a defensive coordinator, head coach since Parcells era. Right?
83, man.
Look how he's coaching up these guys on Green Bay. Like, these guys are still playing well over there, right? The offense got to be a little bit better on Green Bay, but these guys are doing very well over there as far as the defense. I look at Jeff Hafley, I'm like, yo, he gets the area. Jersey guy. I believe, Speed, correct me if I'm wrong. Is he a Wagner guy, too? He from, like, Staten Island or something like that?
Siena. I think it's Siena. He went to Siena. Rutgers. He's got his hands all over. Yeah.
He's got everywhere as far as ties. So the guy's been around the circuit as far as being in the market and what the attitude is and the culture is when it comes to football. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at Jeff Hafley and I'm putting him right neck and neck there with Kubiak. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm putting him right there with Clint. And I'm going, hey, man, listen, this is another guy I need to sit down and talk to. But the question is, because the defense needs to be fixed on the New York Giants as well. And I do understand we want to develop Jaxson Dart. So the next question will be, well, who's the OC? And if it's a name that we all can trust and all that, know that we could, develop Jaxson Dart, then so be it. Let's do our thing. Let's bring him in here. But this guy excites me because his defense is just awesome to look at. And he's going to help out the Carters of the world, even the Kayvon Thibodeaux of the world that's going to be here for another year. And Brian Burns is just going to be Brian Burns, maybe even better. And Dexter has a down year. Let's not forget, people. He's going to coach that kid up. Dexter's going to be ready to go if he comes in here, Jeff Hafley. So I'm excited to see what he could do as far as our unit on the defensive side of the ball. I think he's a leader of men out of all of them that's there because you see him on there, the way his press conferences and et cetera. Like, don't get it twisted. But I think he's a leader of men. He'll lock them in. So
I'm still excited about what someone can do with Darius Alexander. I had a lot of hope for him.
Oh, he was so close to that sack last week, dude. He's untapped potential. Now, okay, those are the big names.
Real quick, by the way, Hafley's wife's name is Gina. Like, is there anything more Jersey than Gina?
No, right. Of course.
Right.
A couple honorable mentions.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Matt LaFleur might be under some heat with how that offense is looking in Green Bay. That would be a cool name.
How's Kingsbury?
Well, Kingsbury, that's a name.
That's the one I was going to ask about.
How's Kingsbury?
Yeah, I mean Kiffin's out there. I don't know what you guys think about Kiffin. I don't love it.
I kind of did some research on him. I didn't realize
Do you have a graphic for Kiffin? Let people look at it.
The drinking
quick.
problem that
People
Kiffin had. Like he was
He's a
basically
wild
an
man.
alcoholic. Like he had some issues, but he's gotten over it, right? So he was like it just didn't work in with the Raiders because he was just so like arrogant and
yes.
It's got to be more than just I want to coach Jaxson Dart. But he runs a successful program, right? But again, in the NFL is different than college. But I'd be more excited about Kiffin than Mike McCarthy. Put it that way.
Yeah,
I'd put him above that.
That's fair. I agree.
Listen, I do understand the oh my God, he'll help the Jaxson Dart, Ole Miss connection, and etc. But guys, not every college coach is great at the NFL level.
Oh, right.
Look at Matt Rule.
Sure.
Right? Look at Matt Rule. We thought, he's gonna be the best thing since sliced bread, and he couldn't cut it. Lane Kiffin had his shot. I think he was the head coaches of Oakland. Right? Saban too. Saban, great Hall of Fame collegiate level head coach, right?
Spurrier.
Right, but you look at Kiffin, he had his shot. He's 5-15, at the NFL level. So I look at that and I go, he's a great college coach.
But did he learn? Did he learn from?
And he had a lot of personal stuff going on then. So I'm glad he got over it. So I kind of give, I kind of give that a pass. I'm more concerned with could he run a program? Could he run an NFL team? And again,
it's worrisome.
Not my first choice, but I'd be more excited than McCarthy.
Him in New York, it kind of worries me. It worries me. He's kind of a playboy. He kind of have a very good time. I get that Urban Meyer kind of like
Urban Meyer's another one. Oh my god!
Yeah, they might not pay attention too much. I'm out on Kiffin.
Right.
But another college coach. One last one.
Yeah.
This is business boy Marcus Freeman. What do you think about Notre Dame's coach?
Oh man, leader of men.
Business boy. Yeah.
This is business boy.
Leader of men. I'm not mad at it.
It would be intriguing. I'd be intrigued by it. Let's just say that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's an intriguing one. Again, I'm not.
Who you bringing in? Like, I understand he's a leader. Like, he's a guy that's going to be all over. Offense, defense, special teams. He's that type of head coach. And that's what head coaches are supposed to do, right? But that cast around him is going to be good. Yeah, he does give me that.
He just will. He's a head coach. I don't really know what he's gonna do offensively, defensively. I just know he's gonna rally everybody, and they're gonna want to play for that guy.
Anyone at a college level would say.
The conclusion that we've come to is just we have to go to Pittsburgh, steal Mike Tomlin time, up, put him in strong, bring him a jersey, and that's it. Now,
that's really what it goes down.
You're with us now.
And guys, let's play another quick game before we get Jerry out of here, because Jerry, we keeping him for so long.
Jerry, do you want hold on? Do you want to stick around because we got another quick game?
Yeah,
it's up to you, Jerry. No pressure.
Right.
You're good.
All right, so we got another quick game here. Let's keep it positive here. The vibes are a little bit higher now. We talked about our future. Yeah. What's the good thing that we got going for us? We got Jaxson Dart, right? Mm-hmm. Jaxson Dart's our guy.
Sure.
Now I brought up a good a thing to my boys over here about like, hey, there's a lot of guys that I would take Jaxson Dart over at this point. And so we started going through the lists here. And let me bring up the graphic because again, our graphic guy just killed it. Shout out to our graphic guy. He killed it. So let's start with hold on real quick. Let's get it up here.
So are we factoring in like age, or is it just like 1 year type of thing?
That's a good question, Speed. Set that up, man.
Because I'm going to choose Jaxson Dart over most of these because of
so here's the deal, because let's start from just this year's draft, right? Yeah. Cam Ward. Would you take?
If they do a redraft, Tennessee's taking Jaxson Dart, baby.
Yes, hands down.
So I think that one's an easy run, right? That one's an easy one. But I think where it starts to get really fun is when you talk about last year's draft, right? Last year's draft.
Sure. So the year prior,
are you taking Jaxson Dart over Caleb Williams?
Who's going first?
I'll do that. As of right now, listen, Caleb Williams is playing good ball, right? Like it's not like over the top. It's not like the number 1 overall pick, but he's playing good ball, right? He's playing good enough. He's decent. But if I had to choose for instant, immediate impact, and again, the Giants are still a losing team, I'm still taking Jaxson Dart over Caleb Williams, in my opinion. Just so much. He's just a Swiss Army knife. He's just a Swiss Army knife, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm taking Jaxson Dart over Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I'm taking Jaxson Dart over Caleb Williams. He was ahead in that game until he left. So
Yeah.
Jaxson Dart's biggest issue is he's got to stay healthy. But if he's more careful, I'm taking Jaxson Dart over Caleb Williams. Yes.
Hey, and chat, get in on this too. Give us your names. Personally, I love Jaxson Dart's makeup. His mental makeup. I think he's stronger mentally than Caleb is. I think he's a better pure passer, in my opinion. He throws such a catchable ball. Like he might not have the arm strength of Caleb Williams, but he throws such a catchable ball. And his running style, his vision as a runner is fantastic. Now, if we could just get him to slide, that'd be great. That'd be great. But yeah, I'm taking our guy Dart over Caleb Williams. So now let's keep going through that draft, right? What do you think about Jaden Daniels? Are you taking him over Jaden Daniels?
Golly,
That's tough.
I refer it to you here. I refer it to you.
Hey, listen, I love Jaxson Dart, but okay. Again, it's another injury issue, though, right?
Right.
He's got the same problem. Jaden Daniels. Yeah, and you saw it in college.
Early
You
on the
take
shelf.
on guys, and you're like, what are you doing? That's
been a
tough,
problem
man.
since college.
The best ability is availability, Mr. Carl Banks says.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Listen, man, I'm gonna go Jaxson Dart. I'll take our
just
guy.
because he's our guy. Screw
He's
it.
our guy. I'll take him.
I'm with.
I'm taking Jaxson Dart, and I'll be a little bit more.
Yeah, listen.
I don't want to say
We're
elaborate.
Think about you guys are such homers.
Yeah, right.
know.
They gotta say it. But cool. I'll take that then.
Whatever.
But I'm taking Jaxson Dart over him. Yes, Jaden Daniels has the better arm. He's
faster.
He is faster when he runs, but he's not the mobile quarterback that they want him to be over there in Washington, right? You got to protect him a little bit more. And of course, Jaxson Dart too. He got to learn how to slide, but that kid he's tough as nails, man. He may not have the arm strength, but
I keep saying it, but his pocket presence is the most impressive
that's
thing.
the most impressive that I can see. So for me, again, just that little, and again, it's not by a huge margin. I'm just taking him over it because it's that he's just a tick over. It's just a tick over Jaden Daniels.
I'll take him. Yeah,
like
I'm taking
for me, it's like when you go to review something, like if you're undecided, it goes back to what the original call was. So if I'm undecided on these two quarterbacks, I'm just taking my guy, right?
Yep. Good analogy.
That close, in my opinion, that I'm just gonna go with my guy. So I'm not trading Jaxson Dart for Jaden Daniels. All right, so there's those two. Now, what about Drake May?
That's tough.
No,
That's
I can't do
one.
May. I can't do
Drake
May.
I think is anybody taking, I think we're all taking May here. Right?
I'll tell you this,
May's
though.
good.
I'll tell you this. I think last year versus Jaxson Dart this year, I think Jaxson Dart has him by a touchdown and 200 yards.
I'm taking Jaxson Dart. I'm staying with my boy.
Okay.
I'll tell you this. I think they're the same. Obviously, Jaxson Dart has a different skill set, as far as running and etc. I mean, Drake May can run, but
he's got a fucking howitzer for an arm.
Right, but he has a gun on him, man. So
yeah.
I think they'll have this, I don't want to say the same career, but these guys are neck and neck to me, man.
Plus,
but
they're so early in their career, it's hard. It's like, how could you definitively say you take May? Right?
I gotta take May because he's been here a little bit longer, right? And we don't know what Jaxson Dart year 2 is gonna look like. So
year one to year one, I'd say that they're exactly the same. I'd say actually Dart's ahead of what Drake makes, and their situations were very comparable year one. They had nobody to throw to, nobody around them. And what you saw last year was Drake May flashing, but so many dumb plays. Like, you're like, dude, it's like, get down, save yourself. It's kind of like crazy how much their year ones are the same. Now, if you see year 2 progression, you get a good coach for Jaxson Dart. You see a similar jump. Again, they're even. I'm picking Drake May slightly ahead at this point, just because I know what he is in year 2 already. That's the only difference. That's the only reason why. But it's close. It's close, man.
So I'm taking Jaxson Dart so far for everybody. Good.
I like it. All right. So now let's go a little bit different here. Jalen Hurts. Hurts. Are you
want me to go first?
Yeah, if you don't mind, Jerry. I'm going to the Wolves, Jerry. He's a special guest, guys. So I'm gonna jump into the Wolves.
Listen, Jalen Hurts is good, and he's a good athlete. but it's hard to judge because you give him the best offensive line in the league, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Goddard. It's not his fault.
No,
right.
I'm talking quarterback. I'm going with our guy, Jaxson.
Yeah.
Are you a homer?
I totally am. Whatever.
But you know what though? I'm a homer too. Let me tell you one thing, right? I look at Jalen Hurts. He's the product of his environment. Those guys are great around him. If you was to put Jalen Hurts on the Giants right now, he won't be as good. In my opinion.
We'd be homers if we said I'd rather have Darius Slayton than AJ Brown.
Yes.
Right. That's real homer. That's real homer right there. But in all honesty speaking, right, when you look at Jalen Hurts, again, he doesn't improve the team, in my opinion. He helps them. He's a game manager. Just don't turn over the ball because we've seen, especially when the Giants played him early on this year, you shut down Saquon Barkley and put the game in Jalen Hurts' hands, you're going to win. Other teams figured that out as well. You know what I mean? As time goes on, they're getting better at the running game, which is why it's helping Jalen Hurts get a little bit better. But I'm taking Jaxson Dart because who does he have to throw to? Who's his running back at this point? This guy is leading all these teams, and it's down to the wire where we can't even kick a freaking field goal or we can't do anything on defense to save our lives. But this guy is helping us lead and win games by himself.
Yeah.
By himself. If he didn't leave that Chicago game, he would have won. So Jaxson Dart, I'm taking hugely ahead of Jalen Hurts, in my opinion.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Huge.
I mean, I'm with you guys. I think Jalen Hurts is he's a good quarterback. He never wowed me. He never wowed me with anything. He's a solid quarterback. You put him on a good team. He's a winner. I'll give him that. He's a winner and a great leader. That guy is a winner and a great leader, and he's one of the main reasons why they won that Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts, good quarterback, but from a talent perspective, I'm taking our leader, by the way.
Yeah.
Jaxson Dart is also a great leader, and he's more talented quarterback. He just is. I'm going to take my guy, Jaxson Dart. So, okay, we're all on the same page there. Now, I want to throw two more names at you real quick from last year's draft, too. J.J. McCarthy, three more names. Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy, and Michael Penix. Are you taking any of those guys over? Dart. Right.
Yeah, that's easy. That's just easy. Like the best of those three is Nix, and I take Dart over Nix.
I agree.
I was a McCarthy guy last year. I wanted McCarthy over Neighbors, so that shows you why I shouldn't be the GM.
I just don't think I see enough from any of those three. Michael Penix looked very mid. You know, I'm waiting for Michael Penix to show me the great passer that I thought he was going to be. He's not showing that yet. Bo Nix is fine. Good rookie year. Not so much this year. JJ's got a lot of developing to do before I even come close. I'm taking Dart overall.
Yeah.
Agreed. Do we talk about Shador? Does it matter?
No.
No.
This is the name I want to throw out to you guys. CJ Stroud. Are you taking Dart over Stroud?
Again, it's the whole toss-up thing.
Yeah. Fair.
So I'm taking my guy.
I'm not even I'm shocked at the regression of CJ Stroud over the last 2 years. He's had the weapons. I know his offensive line hasn't been great, but I expected him to take off after that rookie year, and he just hasn't.
Right.
I don't know why. I don't know what it is. And now a pretty bad concussion he's coming off of now. I don't know. I want Stroud to be better, but I'm taking our guy here. I'm taking our guy. He's much more mobile. He got the same kind of game as Stroud offensively from a passing standpoint. He might be, in my opinion, a better leader. So yeah, I'm taking Dart.
The chat agrees with this, by the way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. All right, good. So we're not either. We're all biased together, or
well, this last one is going to show if we're idiots or not.
Yeah, let's do it.
Joe Burrow.
I can't be a buffoon. I have to take Joe Burrow over.
Yeah,
you're taking Joe Burrow. Okay,
Joe
but let it be known. All right, so how about this? Different question. If you're starting a franchise today with Joe Burrow at his age, with his injury history,
that's why I asked you that before. That's why I asked you that before.
Definitely done.
Yeah, different question. Okay, so right now we're taking I think we're all saying you can't pass up on Burrow if you want to win a Super Bowl next year.
Right.
But if you're starting your franchise, I think
it's Dart.
We're all. Are we all Dart at that point?
Yeah, it's all Dart.
I'm Dart.
It's all Dart. But Joe Burrow is, overall looking
I
at
think
everything.
I think I like Dart more than my
years.
daughter. I might like Dart more than my daughters do. So that's
right? Definitely, yeah.
This was a good this is what I'm saying. Like, we just picked a lot of the up and coming quarterbacks in this league. We just went through a whole lot of them, and we'd pick Jaxson Dart. We'd put him up with just about anybody.
And when's the last time you were able to do that?
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we
2011.
Whoever's coming in here next year has got a really good young quarterback to work with. They're getting Neighbors, who was a top 5 wide receiver. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. And you got Cam come back. You add a guard or two and a wide receiver 2 to this offense, and I cannot wait for next year already. Like, I just part of me is like, just fast forward me.
Oh yeah. I would say a guard and maybe slot and another receiver. I want to upgrade Wandale.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother show for
because I just don't think they're going to re-sign him. So
yeah, I think he's priced himself out. I think he's priced, but it's funny because we now know what Wandale Robinson. You see what the vision was, right? He's leading the league as a slot wide receiver. Yeah. Like you see what the vision was with a good quarterback, good quarterback play. Yeah. You could see like, oh hey, but now he's priced himself out. Because you can't pay Darius Slade and Wandale Robinson. You can't have both guys on the team. So either you're trading one, or they're both gone. I don't know what happens. But
we'll see.
Fun little game. What do you got, Lefty? Are we?
Listen, man. I just want to say shout out to the 793 people who are watching. I just want to say thank you to our special guests here, Jerry Foley from the Giant Insider. Thank you so much, guys, man. We're going to wrap this thing up, man. We kept you guys here for way too long with all these graphics and etc. making this show happen. This was definitely fun.
Shout out chat.
Yeah, shout out to chat, man. You guys were definitely active today. Usually Jefe is the one bringing all you guys up here. Forgive us. This is what happens when you're missing the tripod here. He does his part of the show. We do ours. So we try to keep
guys, we've figured out that Jefe is replaceable.
There we go. Listen, I just want to let you know Jerry Foley is now part of New York Revival. Sorry, Biz. Sorry, we took him away from you. Sorry, man. You have to do a little bit more of that Mind Your podcast over there.
Nice. Good stuff.
And of course, man, thank you so much, Jerry, for doing this, man. We got to definitely get you on. Yes, Bartlett, I couldn't agree more, man. Family. I'm telling you, what I mean in this industry, family. Jerry Foley and the Biz are family to us, man. Absolutely, so thank you so much for doing this, man. On behalf of my brothers, man, you guys know who he is, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's
me. The genius.
Let's go.
Jerry, if you don't mind, brother, I just want you to tell the people how they can find you in the Biz, brother, please.
Yes.
Absolutely. X at Giant Insider, and our YouTube, we just hit 3,000 subscribers. So Giant Insider on YouTube, baby. So, and then we're on all the podcast platforms. Part of the Believe Network, sponsored by FanDuel. Thank you, FanDuel. You guys are awesome on the Believe Network.
Now, did you see who the big dog in the building is? I'm just saying it's Jerry Foley and the Biz. I'm just saying. Just saying we try to be like them one day. All right. And of course, man, it's your boy Eli Rax, aka Vibes, man. Let's get up out of here. We see you guys on the next one. Peace and blessings. Yes,
shout out New York Knicks. Let's go.
New York Revival. I'm in the building.
Let's go.
Live with the Woodward Roll!
Let's go.